Hi, welcome to our podcast. Every week now after 1 p.m. I'm AJ.
I'm Sahara, and we're here to change the world one conversation at a time.
I'm the owner of a game company called Twin Rage Studios. I'm also an artist.
I make stuff and I do stuff, not much of nothing here and there. And today is our first podcast. And so we wanted to spend some time introducing ourselves and our purpose in the podcast. Invite you along on this journey.
Before we go any further, please take a minute to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you get notified anytime we have a new podcast drop.
So this all started because a few weeks ago I posted up on Facebook. Anyone want to do a podcast with me? To my delightful surprise, AJ answered and said she would love to. And so here we are now. It's my personal life mission to change the world in a way that leaves this space better than I found it.
And honestly, it's my mission to teach everyone that you should educate yourselves rather than automatically jump to judging.
And our mission through this podcast, our goal is to grow and expand our worldview by educating ourselves. And we're inviting you along on this journey with us. We're going to explore others' perspectives through a wide variety of topics ranging from healthcare to mental wellness to the more lighthearted, music or growing up Gen X.
Sahara and I first met and on the first day of first grade, actually. We were both in the same homeroom class, and I had never heard her name before. So as soon as I heard her name during roll call, I looked around and I'm like, okay, who is that? I need to be friends. And I approached her at recess, and we've been friends ever since.
Do you remember in second grade we met Nathan?
Oh man, I haven't thought about Nathan in so many years. Do you remember
Yeah.
what happened when we met him?
Um, I remember we helped him get down the slide because somebody wasn't letting him down the slide.
Oh, there
He
was
was
so
being
much more to
bullied.
that. There was so much more to that. I remember this so clearly. Basically, this kid was bullying Nathan, who was part of the special education program. And we walked over, and Sahara did not take a liking to the fact that this kid was getting bullied simply because he was in special ed. And basically started yelling at this kid, and the kid was yelling back to her. And the next thing I knew, Sahara was diving on top of him and just beating the crap out of him. And then we helped Nathan go down the slide, and he basically followed us around for the next 3 years, playing with us at recess and waiting for us at lunch. And yeah, we instantly made a friend that day.
Yeah, he stuck with like glue. I mean, for
He did.
definitely for the rest of elementary. And
Yeah,
I think I realize now, my sense of justice and right and protecting the innocent was really strong then, and it has not changed. And whenever I can and wherever I can, to the best of my ability, I still do that.
absolutely. That's one of your best qualities.
No, thank you. Thank you. Well, hopefully that's another thing we have a goal to do through this podcast. It's kind of that whole thing.
Oh, definitely.
I think if I remember right, we were not in the same class ever again after second grade either.
Yeah, no, I don't know if that was coincidence or if it was the teachers saying we need to separate them or what, but yeah, we had first and second grade in the same homeroom, and then after that, we were
Nothing.
always in a different class.
Yeah. Remember my third grade teacher and the box?
Oh God,
The
yes.
box. Do you remember those boxes?
Yes. They were these little boxes that were painted on the ground, and they had little numbers in them, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And if you got in trouble at recess, you had to go and stand up against the wall and sit in this box and think about what you did for the rest of the recess. I don't remember what we did. Do you remember what we did?
We, yeah, I don't know. It was recess though, and like we were not on the playground when we got in trouble. We were up in that breezeway. Maybe we were going to the bathroom. We were talking and
Maybe.
gabbing. Yeah, but no.
But yeah, we basically, there was a lot of kids already in the boxes, and I remember here I am, like, what, 7, and being practical with this third grade teacher and telling her, well, it'd be more efficient if you just put us in the same box. That way you have more room for students when they do act bad. And
Yeah.
so we ended up getting put in the same box somehow because I was apparently that convincing at 7, 8 years old.
I love that one. I love that memory of just remember mostly sitting in that box and gabbing. We talked like the
Yeah,
whole time. That's the
it
biggest
was
thing.
totally a punishment. Really, it was.
I'm like, yeah, no wonder they didn't put us in the same class. We never shut up. Oh, and then middle school, I guess, was kind of that was a big change for us, a big time of change, and we
That
still
was a
didn't.
huge time of change for both of us, really.
Yeah, I think we ended up at one point in the same homeroom class, and then
We did. After sixth grade, I moved away for part of seventh grade, and then I came back and I was put into your homeroom class. And then during the second semester of that year, you and I took an elective. Uh, it was a science. It was a science class, but it was
yeah,
called Naturally Oregon, and we were basically learning everything there was to learn about Oregon, state birds, state fish, state whatever. I don't know. I don't remember it all. But it was all about
yeah,
nature, and that was the class we went on that camping trip too, wasn't it?
so many snakes, scorpions, desert. His
Yeah,
classroom even had snakes, so many snakes.
yeah, that
So
was
those
one of my
big
favorite.
boa constrictor snakes.
Oh yeah, that was one of my favorite classes though, because the teacher was cool.
He
the
was a
class
great
the
teacher.
class was fun. Everybody got along, and we got to do some fun stuff. Like he would take us outside during class, and we'd explore nature. And we went on a camping trip at the end of the semester, and the entire class got to go to this campground. And I remember playing. I think I was playing poker with our principal on that
Where
camping
was
trip.
I? I don't remember this.
I remember playing poker or some sort of card game with the principal, and I kept beating him. Um,
That's
but
great.
yeah, I mean that class was great. Do you remember when he like stunk up the entire school and made us eat those all that nasty food that he was cooking?
It was great because you come in the first double doors, and then there's another set of double doors directly, and that's
Right.
where his classroom was. So it was like
Right.
right in the main entrance, and it
Yeah.
wafted through those doors into that whole. And so everyone coming into school got
Yeah. And it was a class late in the day, so we didn't know until later that day that it was coming from his class. But he was like frying up like squid and octopus and scallops and
all
I
the
don't
stuff I
know,
love.
oysters and all sorts of other stuff. I don't know, but
Hmm.
basically making this eat it on crackers, and yeah, that was it was a very interesting class.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that doesn't necessarily smell really great when you are cooking it too.
It
So it
tasted
was.
good, but it didn't smell great.
No, and it just like lingers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
just
yeah, it lingered for like 3 days.
a long minute.
Yeah,
Yeah, we really did. We had some great teachers, especially I feel our middle school was some great teachers.
I
One of
agree.
my one of my favorites was another middle school teacher, my creative writing teacher. And she really taught me how to get my ideas out on the paper and just get through it and your rough draft and not worry about your spelling or your editing or any of those things. I'm a horrible
Right.
speller. AJ will attest to it. I'm still a horrible speller. She was just saying she moved away for a couple of years. I used to write her 15-page letters during that time. The other thing that teacher taught me was about the reality and history of our country that I did not learn in any other history class. through all of my schooling. And her and her family were in a detention camp after Pearl Harbor. And so I don't want to get too heavy in it, but that's something I learned there. And I think that's like major important that it wasn't taught to me anywhere else.
Yeah.
But I loved her. I saw her so many times as I became an adult in the community. She got to see I homeschooled my kids. Another episode, we'll talk about it. But yeah, she was just so proud to see me every time. And I thought it was so neat that we would be at these same events through life. And I really got
Yeah.
to keep up with her for a long, long time. Yeah. Who was your favorite teacher? Tell me.
Mine were also in middle school, and I have to say I had a couple for a couple different
Okay.
reasons. First one would have been my seventh grade English teacher, um, or sixth grade English teacher. Um,
Okay.
in sixth grade, I had a very major life changing event. We'll get into that in another episode. But this teacher was really there for me. She was also my older sister's teacher, so she had known both of us, and both of us had experienced this event, and she was really there for the both of us. She'd come to our house, she'd check in with us both on a weekly basis. She'd let us come and talk to her. She gave us her phone number, so if we ever needed to talk to her outside of school, we could just call her up and be like, "Hey, how you doing? This is what I need to talk about." She took us out for lunch many times. Even over the summertime after school ended, she was still there for us.
That's
And it
amazing.
really it meant a lot to me that she kind of stepped in and was just like, "Hey, if you need me, I'm here."
That's
My
amazing.
my other favorite teacher has to be my middle school band teacher. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Primarily because he didn't look at me like, "You're a girl, you can't do it. You can't do that." I walked in, I said, "I want to be a drummer." He said, "You got sticks?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Let me see what you got." I'm still a drummer today, and that's been what, 37 years, something like that. So, yeah.
It's been a long minute. Yep. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure
No, I
that's when I started dancing, is when you started drumming.
mean, yeah, makes sense.
You got you did. I never took
I provided the
lessons. You
rhythm and you just dance around.
Yep.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I really appreciated the fact that he didn't look at me like a lot of people still look at female drummers even today,
Mm,
and I like, "But you're a girl."
yeah.
Yes, what? I can still beat the shit out of these drums.
Yeah. Totally. It's always really cool though when you do see female musicians.
Yes.
I don't know that we see them a lot. I got to go to a concert last week. I didn't tell you about this yet.
No, you didn't.
um, what is the name of that band? Surprise Kitty Unicorn or something like that?
Never heard of them. That sounds like a children's cartoon.
Something like that. I don't know. They're great, but and I guess she's rather new in the band, the
Okay.
bassist, and then also their singer is female.
Okay.
She's a trans female.
Okay.
Just great. Yeah, yeah, just great. So we had a lot of fun. I love this band. My daughter's like, I'm taking my mom, not my hubby. So I got to go to the concert.
That's
Mom
awesome.
likes these ones, you don't. They are. It was fun. I had a lot of fun. But
Yeah, I admire a lot of female musicians for the simple fact that a lot of them are just badasses.
yeah,
They're like
yeah, they
they're
really
like
were.
they're like, "I don't care that I'm female. I still rock. So
Yeah, I
get
really
on
like
board.
this.
Don't. I don't really give a care. You know."
And I love the shift I see in our society now. Like looking at them, they weren't like what you think of as we were growing up in the 80s and the 90s, especially the cover model American beauty standard. I mean, there was another
Yeah.
guy who was, he was, he looked like he was a Comic Con nerd. I will be like, he had the dad bod going on. He wasn't, and he was just kind of this, and it was perfect. Like,
Right.
you've got the talent. It reminds me of, you remember Millie, what was her name? Millie Neville. I can't say it.
Millie Vanilli,
There you go, Millie Vanilli. It couldn't come out of my mouth. I wanted to put an end there, and I mean,
the
but
band that was good dancers, but they couldn't actually sing.
yeah, because the actual singers were not pretty enough to put out
Yeah.
front on stage.
Yep.
And I'm so thankful we've come away from that kind of thing in life.
I
I think
agree.
that's amazing. I want to see more of that
Yeah.
for the next generation. Those are the kinds of ways I want to help, and I think you do too. Like our podcast, we want to change the conversation.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Is those kinds of pivotal changes that we are seeing happening right in front of us.
Yeah.
There's been middle school was not so easy for us.
No.
High school was not so easy. And that standard, that American beauty standard, causes a lot of issues. I've
It does.
experienced people in my life having eating disorders because of it, and
Mm-hmm.
just suicidal tendencies because of it, and those things. And it's just really, I'm loving the change we're seeing.
Yeah.
And
I see a
music
lot of
and
people with the false body image that
mhm,
they're like, well, I don't look like this girl on this cover of this magazine, so I need to do this, and this, or else I'm not going to be worth it. And that's just not the case.
it's really not, no, and especially with AI coming out.
Oh God.
And this level of perfection no one will ever attain to.
Exactly.
No one will ever attain to that. You can't, and why would you want to?
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of that art. It's Japanese, I believe, when the vessel gets a crack or something and they fill it in with gold and it becomes more and more beautiful,
Right.
and I really love that concept.
Yeah.
I do, so. Oh, hard stuff, hard stuff. But those are the kind of conversations we want to have, but lighthearted stuff too, like music. And music and
Exactly.
art really is pivotal, especially right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, middle school we really kind of parted ways.
Yeah.
But we've always remained in each other's lives in this way. Like, even when we've had moments where we've had lapse in time, every time we pick it up, it's like this kind of conversation, like no time ever lapsed.
Yeah.
And we've always just been really
We've gone
connected.
years in between talking, and we get a hold of each other again. We get on a call, and it's just like we just talked last week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
No,
especially in
no,
our
no time
early
has
20s.
passed. We catch each other up, and it's just like familiar. It's I don't know how to say it.
Just, yeah, that chemistry of you belong in my life.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that is why I was so excited too, like when you were the one who answered. And I just was like, oh, I didn't even know that would be something you would be interested in. And it was just such a shot in the dark. I was like, okay, well, we'll see if anybody actually, you know, is interested in doing this
Yeah,
thing.
I'd actually been thinking about doing a podcast for quite some time, but I knew that I needed somebody that I could co-host it with, that
Yeah,
we would be on the same wavelength, and I feel like you and I just fit perfect like that.
I think so. I mean, yeah, and that's why we have always connected so
Yeah,
much in the way we do. And it is like chosen family for me now.
exactly.
You
Exactly.
know, you are still one of my very best friends, my very longest friend, my
Mhm.
confidant,
Same.
what one of my support systems that I have called in the middle of the night when I've
Yep.
needed to.
Yep.
And I don't see that ever changing.
Yeah, me either.
And thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. um, Wu Wei, I think that's how you say it. Wu Wei is this principle of going with the flow, not like if you were swimming along with the river current instead of trying to swim up current, kind of.
Mhm.
It translates into do nothing energy, but it's not really do nothing energy. It's more go with the flow energy.
Right.
And I've been learning about the Tao Te Ching, I think that's how you say it. We'll talk more about it in other episodes. But it's that is the principle, and I really feel like we do that. And having this is gonna really help us. I'm just yeah, so perfect. I'm so
Yeah.
glad to have you join me on the journey. All of you out there as our audience, we're so glad to have you join us on this journey. We're excited to see what direction and where we go next, you know, and it'll just be exciting.
So as I mentioned earlier, I'm an artist. Recently, I created a bunch of digital coloring books, a whole bunch of different themes. There's like mosaics, there's mandalas, nature, animals, all sorts of things. They are digital, so you can either import them into your favorite graphic program and color them digitally, or you can print them out and color them traditionally. Either way, they're pretty versatile. I am selling them on my website, and if you would like to get yourself a copy, you can go to this link right down here. And if you use code EW60 within the next 2 weeks, you can get them for 60% off.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. Awesome. So, hey guys, don't forget to smash that subscribe button here on YouTube. And if you want to support us and this mission that we're starting and the vision we've got, check us out on Patreon. We're going to be on Patreon. We're on Patreon. We're going to be on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We don't ever want you to miss a life changing conversation between two friends and the whole world. Like, be a part of it. Join us. And we would love to hear from you. If you've got an idea, a topic that you'd love to have us explore or go deeper in, or you don't know about, you think we should, you think the world should know more about it, give us an email. It's also down here, all our contact information. So we look forward to chatting with you again every week now after 1 p.m. New episodes drop each and every Thursday at 1:11 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. Eastern Time. We'll see you again next week when we're going to be opening up a new conversation about mental wellness.
Thanks for joining us. Have a good week.
Have a great week. See you next week.